The doctors are tackling
all of your health questions.
why you should be peeking at your poop.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on.
And that's today.
We are back to get to the bottom of some of your biggest bathroom questions. And joining us now, you recognize him, proctologist Dr. David Rosenfeld.
You know what? I just thought of it. BBQ. Like barbecue, your best bathroom questions. BBQs.
And sometimes we have those after a good BBQ. Well, this first question is a Facebook question from Justin. For the past day, I've had major gas. My belly is bloating, and I'm passing tons of odorless gas. But that's not the worst part. My stool looks powdery, dusty, and has a gray color to it. What's going on?
A lot.
This is not normal.
No, no, it's not normal. The thing that I see that I look at, but the gray stool, and his is not foul smelling, but if someone has a gray stool that's kind of fatty and floating, foul smelling, pancreatic insufficiency, and that could be from people who drink a lot, chronic pancreatitis, the pancreas stops working, it doesn't break down the food, and we get those types of stools. As far as the gas and bloat, that's an American problem. That is a bacterial imbalance problem. When the bad bacteria are here and the good bacteria down here because of the food that we eat, the bad bacteria, they produce gas. So when we eat that food, it's not farting, it's bloating. So if we eat fiber, we get gas, that's normal, but when we have bad bacteria, too much of a bad bacteria, we start to feel like a balloon, and it's miserable. So probiotics can help that for sure because they bring the balance back, and then we don't make as much gas.
He mentioned his gas did not smell.
Right.
In your research, because I'm a big gut bacteria guy, but I've not done any research on the good versus bad bacteria and the kind of the smell of their gas.
Yes.
Will the gas often smell less bad?
No.
Are there byproducts? Because I'd never heard that.
Food. If we're eating a lot of just pure, like just bran, just a lot of just fiber-rich food without the sulfur, so no broccoli, we're not eating eggs, we're not eating, foods that are garlic that make sulfur, the gas will tend to smell not as bad. So you can get a lot of bloating of gas, but it just doesn't smell as bad.
Someone like that, though, who just wakes up and this happens once, or he said it had only been going on for a day, what are the sort of top things you would think about in that situation?
I mean, just for a day, something he ate. I mean, it didn't sound like food poisoning because he didn't have diarrhea or anything, but if it was just a day, one thing that happened, I would say something he ate didn't agree with him, and he produced more gas, and those are the things that happen. If it persists, then obviously, again, the gray stool, seeing a doctor, looking for something more serious, and then trying probiotics. And they take 2 to 4 weeks to work, and that is the rage right now.
And I would throw out there, we still haven't found the perfect probiotic supplement.
Right.
So I always say, if you can, at least one minimum of one food a day with probiotics in it.
Right.
If you just go pick one supplement, that may not be the good bacteria that's going to work for you. So I'm curious, how often do you all analyze your stool?
All the time. Every minute of time.
I always look at it before I say bye-bye.
I think most people take a little peek before you flush it away. I think that's
some people don't.
Some people don't.
Our stool tells us how healthy we are. And I always talk about the perfect poop. Long, solid, like that big around, soft and clean. And I've had patients come to me after taking the fiber and they said, "Doc, I had the ghost poop." I said, "The ghost poop? I've been in practice 20 years. I've never heard of ghost poop." He said, "I looked in the bowl. I mean, it was great. I took your fiber." He said, it went down. I looked in the bowl, and there was nothing there. There wasn't even a streak on the porcelain. It was gone. It was a ghost poop. It went right down the pipe, and there was nothing there.
So this is when you get excited and you say, and also, one wipe and nothing.
That's right.
You love the one wipe and nothing. Really quickly, since we have you here, Dr. Rosenfeld, let's move on to a tweet from Shelley who writes, "TMI alert, why can't I empty my bowels in one go?" So exact opposite of really what you just described, which is the perfect ghost
poop.
Ghost poop.
The clean pinch. So this is so common. I get this all the time. "Doctor, I go to the bathroom and I get just a little bit." I had a woman come in the other day. She goes, "I was pushing. She was, a little thing came out. I had to come back. I have to put my finger in, dig it out. It's a little pellet, and I got to go, and I feel there's stuff there." And that is typically a hemorrhoid problem. Hemorrhoids are 3 balloons that live inside the anus. And I'm going to use my prop right here. Here's the anus. Here's outside. Here's inside. There's 3 hemorrhoids inside and 3 outside. Think of 3 balloons sitting in a bucket. If you keep filling up those balloons in the bucket, there's a lot of pressure. Well, we don't have eyes in the anus, except my wife says my head's up my behind, but it's dark in there, so I can't see anything. it goes by pressure. So if there's pressure in there, the brain says, hey, there's something that needs to come out. It's stool. So if it's a bowel movement, you go. If it's hemorrhoids, you feel like you have to go and you sit and push and make them worse. So people who, and since we're constipated, we have these small rocks come out, and there's some up top, some below. Those come out. We feel we got to go. We sit there. It's just a nightmare. This is where I say having a better diet, more fiber, brands, vegetables, water, and I will throw it in again. Psyllium fiber is the ultimate regulator. You want that perfect poop, the one and done, the ghost poop, the clean pinch, as I've heard all my patients say. Add a little psyllium, drink some water, and you will be amazed at the results. And then it all comes out in one or two pieces.
I adore you, Dr. Rosenfeld, and we talk the same language. We talk the same language. I always applaud you because you're a step ahead, and I wrote an entire book on gut bacteria, and a lot of doctors are like, oh, it's not important. You believe in all that. I'm telling you, though, for some of us, I can take the psyllium. I tell you, the ghost, whatever you're calling, doesn't happen.
Right, and that's what we're
been waiting my whole life for the ghost poop, where you're like,
haven't seen it in years. Done.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah, but I think his important point, which was news to me, was the probiotics, that you have to take them for 2 to 4 weeks
it takes
to really
a while
see the improvement. Because I think a lot of us eat a yogurt and wonder why it didn't work the
Well, there was that
next day.
yogurt challenge, 2 to 4 weeks, and then let us know.
And I want to emphasize, though, that the data on probiotic supplements is not great in terms of, like, so if you're taking something for 2 to 4 weeks and you're not seeing changes, like, mix it up and add in, like, do things like fermented sauerkraut. Mix it up. Try a little kefir. Do fun things. So many new ones now because it's become kind of this popular thing. Courtesy of the one and only Dr. David Rosenfeld.
Thank you.
Don't ever undermine the importance of your bowel movements. We'll be right back.